Hey there, fellow campers, and welcome to our campsite review of Dube, situated on a game farm just outside of Brits in the Northwest Province. Coming from the Pretoria-Joburg side on the N4, taking the R566 off-ramp avoids a second toll road, but this road does take you through quite a busy area with lots of traffic and some potholes. Going further along to the R511 off-ramp, you will need to pay a toll, and it is an extra 4 kilometers, but in general, it is easier going. Once you get to Dube's turnoff, you're in for a 2-kilometer stretch of gravel road, which was in good condition when we drove it in September 2024. Follow the signs to the entrance on the left, where you'll complete some security formalities before a drive through the game area to reception. This road is about 1 kilometer of gravel, and will end with your arrival at the common area that includes reception and a shop. At reception, you will be allocated a site if you haven't already selected one when booking. A word of warning here for larger and taller vehicles. Many sites have a shade net roof, which some of our fellow travellers managed to just squeak in under by a hair's breadth. There are a variety of sites, including those on grass, some with shade trees, and a number without any shade at all. There are paved sites with shade net roof and some without. There are a number along the fence line from which you may glimpse a nyala or a kudu. If you don't manage to get a fence line site, you should still see the giraffe that likes to wander through the campsite. Do discuss your needs when booking, as although you may be able to swap sites in quieter times, when Dube is fully booked, which is quite often, you will need to make the best of whatever site you have been allocated. No matter your choice of camping style, tents, caravans, camper vans, motorhomes, rooftop tents, off-road trailers, you will fit in at Dube. Each site has access to a power point, although as the stands are shared between sites, you may need a longer than usual extension cord. There are portable braais for each site and a dustbin. Water points are scattered and shared between sites. Dube was clearly developed over time, and therefore there are a number of different styles of ablution blocks, each with different finishes and layouts. There are a number of what they call family bathrooms, which include a shower, a hand basin, and toilet in one room. Ablution blocks 2 and 4 are more modern, and they have a porta potty dump station. There are scullery areas for the washing of dishes, while the laundry is next to the entertainment area. Just buy your tokens from the ladies at the shop to use the washing machines and tumble dryers. Dube has a lot to offer in the way of amenities. There's a lovely outdoor pool surrounded by a float stream for floating along on the supplied inflatables. Then there are varied water slides that are exceptionally popular. The indoor pools are well visited, with pools of differing temperatures. There are change rooms, but those tiled floors are very, very slippery. Another outdoor pool can be found near the windmill. Then there's also the play area for the little ones, and there is lots of space for play. A bike rack serves those using 2 wheels at the pool area, and there is also a shady padkos. Walks, cycling, driving through the game area are all popular activities with visitors. Dube has a takeaway and a sit-down restaurant serving light meals during the day. Their opening hours are quite limited and vary during the week and over holiday seasons. An important note is that cash is not accepted anywhere, not in the shop or in the restaurant. You need to either pay with a credit card, a debit card, EFT, or using a prepaid Dube card. The shop is well stocked with most things that you would need for a short stay, including some basic camping gear, firewood, charcoal, firelighters, ice snacks, cool drinks, and basic foodstuffs. If you need something more, Brits is 23 kilometers away, but there are some terrible stretches of potholes nearer the town. Dube offers long stay rates, but it is not pet friendly. Bird life was prolific, as one would expect in a wildlife area, but the monkeys did visit once a day, doing monkey stuff and turning over dustbins. Unfortunately, there is no data signal anywhere on Dube. Despite our varied routers and service providers, we were not able to log into the net at all, other than by using Dube's free Wi-Fi at the entertainment area. This only works for basic emails, bank transactions, and WhatsApp calls. It does not allow for uploads, downloads, or streaming. At the time of our visit, although not load shedding, the area is subject to having no power for 2 hours every day, alternatively in the mornings or the next day the evening. On some occasions we were not affected at all, and on other days we were out for the entire 2-hour period. Dube is very popular and a favorite of many who return every year. It has plenty to offer the little ones and families. It is close to the big cities of Pretoria and Johannesburg, and is close enough to Brits should you need more than they have in their shop at Dube. It can get very hot in the summer months, but has milder winters, but one can still experience some very cold nights and early mornings. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you for your time. Stay safe, be well, and I hope to catch you in a campsite sometime.